Good morning. So I weighed in this morning and I am down 2.6 pounds. I weighed in 2 weeks ago, and so in 2 weeks I've lost 2.6 pounds. So I'm really excited because I was actually wondering if I had lost any. Although when I woke up this morning, I felt like I looked trimmer too, and I'm actually wearing a pair of shorts that I haven't been able to wear for years. So scale's going down, pants and shirts are fitting better, and so I'm excited. Still haven't decided exactly what my plan is this week other than just videoing what I eat. So I'll check in with you later. Next one, sweetie.
Around town, so I'm super excited to be driving.
Henry's working on phonics and we're watching hide and seek.
It was definitely, it could have been a lot worse of a disaster. So you missed that video.
Okay. Sound it out. Is that a real word?
No.
Nope, so don't do that one.
Hut. No.
Hut.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Do you know what a hut is?
Mm-mm.
It's like a little house. Like...
You write it on 8 or 7?
7. So I went ahead and did the accident report online for the accident on Friday and called the insurance company. It was actually pretty easy. It's over and done with because that was stressful for me. I wish I hadn't been so reckless and irresponsible. Luckily nobody's hurt, and really there's not a whole lot of car damage even. Her bumper and my bumper, and I think we can pop my bumper back in by ourselves. Henry's still working on this little phonics thing. I need to help my son Kenyon go get some paperwork done, a background check for his Guatemalan visa. I assume that's what it's for. Anyway, it's for his mission. He has to have a background check, and it has to be notarized, and it has to have a apostille from the Secretary or the state. Somewhere from the state of Colorado.
Yeah.
Then that in China, made in China. You're a funny boy.
And not in China.
So we also need to get the bedrooms done. The boy bedrooms rearranged, painted, cleaned, organized, so that when Ryland, my older son, comes home in like 11 days, we're ready for him. So we have some things we've got to get done today. But I am so glad to have that car accident stuff off my shoulders, and at this point I've done everything I need to do. I got this recipe off the internet. My husband printed it out for me. Do you see that? Well, actually it's going to be backwards. But it's keto coconut flour cupcakes. So I'm going to actually try making these this week because my church is doing, the women are doing this cupcake wars things, and there's another lady in our world for sure. There's, I think, maybe a couple more, but there's for sure another lady that I'm friends with who does keto. So I told her that I would bring cupcakes for her and I to eat. So I gotta try those out and see if they taste good. I don't want to bring them if they're gross. So at some point this week I'll try making those. Today is gonna be busy. Tomorrow's really busy. So it'll have to maybe be later on in the week. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock. I haven't eaten anything. Haven't really even thought of eating anything because I've been so busy with the police thing and helping Henry with his phonics. I do need to start planning out school stuff too. My 3 freshmen are going to start seminary, which is a religion class for our church. So they just learn the different scriptures over the course of their high school years. They study them together, so it's like kind of like a Bible study class almost. And they are going to be doing an early morning version this time. Usually our kids have done it over at our local high school as like a release time thing, but this is just going to work better for our schedule, so we're going to have them do that, but it starts at 6:30 in the morning. It's about 10 minutes away from our house, so we're going to have to get pretty early in the mornings, which is good. We need that structure. I also really can't stand when we're having a day that starts at like 10, because people are slowly getting ready and eating. You know, my kids are like the bosses of making every meal like a buffet almost, and just lingering and eating and chatting and laughing, and it's frustrating. So I'm looking forward to the early morning. I think we'll be able to get a lot of school stuff in the morning, and then other fun things done the rest of the day. But I found out yesterday that it starts on August 10th, and we had planned it to not start for like another week and a half, or a week maybe, because that's how the other seminary class that we used to do was. So we basically lost a week of our summer. We were going to go camping, but I'm thinking now we won't be able to, because they can't miss a whole lot of classes unless it's like, I mean they can, but it's right in the beginning. I don't want them to miss a lot. So good thing about that is that will kind of encourage us to get started back on school, and I feel a little guilty because we didn't do really much of anything this summer, and I don't like that feeling. But I also feel a little panicky, like, oh, I don't have time now to plan out what I want to. So I guess I can just do a rough idea of what I want to happen for a couple weeks in August, and then while I'm doing that, I can also plan for the next few months. So it's not a tragedy or anything, but it threw me a little bit, and I don't like when things just suddenly happen. I'm not super flexible. So, but this will end up being good. Anyway, I gotta get going. I got a bunch of stuff to do, and whenever I eat, I will video. I am going to make these keto coconut flour cupcakes. So, let's see. First is 2/3 cup coconut flour, and I don't know, it's some organic coconut gluten-free flour, and I just actually keep it in the freezer. That's where I keep mine so that it doesn't go bad. And 2/3. I'm going to actually do a little bit more, just a smidge more, because we live at a high altitude. So I'm just going to do it like that instead of scraping it off. So it's basically 2/3, but a little bit more, because high altitude recipes usually require a little extra flour. Okay, so and then baking powder is 2 teaspoons. This is a smidge more as well. I'm not very good at measuring my stuff, but my recipes usually turn out okay, so that's good. And mix those together with this. There's some clumps that might still be a little bit frozen. And then we're just going to kind of leave these to the side. And then the butter, you're supposed to cut into several small squares, which I did here, and put it with cream cheese. So it's a 1/2 cup of butter and 2 ounces of cream cheese. And I'll link to the recipe on this video. So that there. Okay, and this is going to go in the microwave for 30 seconds. Mine's probably going to take longer because my microwave doesn't work very well, so I want to pause it for a second. Okay, so I actually ended up doing mine for 45 seconds. But that's because my microwave is super old and it doesn't work that great, and we always have to cook stuff a little longer than recipes call for. It might have been a smidge much. I could have got away with maybe like 38 or 40 seconds, because it got a little, the butter melted pretty good, but so I'm going to just mix this well, and then add a cup of erythritol, which this is the erythritol that I bought. This seems to work just fine. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So here's that. But this is like until combined. I would say that this is combined. About as combined as it's going to get for right now. It needs something a little thicker. So we got a cup of erythritol. And I'm actually going to be a little less on that because I do not like the overly sugary flavor. It grosses me out. And then a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, and then we'll mix that together. Smells good. That vanilla always smells delicious. Let's see. Oh, I also have to add the coconut cream. Well, I really hope these taste good because I don't like to waste all these expensive ingredients, but they'll probably still be edible even if they're not amazing. So 1 cup of coconut cream. And mix it again. This is not the most amazing mixer, but it works. And then to this one. Yeah, you can put it on my face. Yeah, you can do it on my face, and then when I'm mixing and stuff, you can start showing that. But you could probably do both. I don't know. It might be easier to understand what I'm saying if you're on my face when I'm talking to. So. Yeah, both on me and on this, probably. So, I'm gonna get every little bit out of here. Don't want to waste it at all. Okay. Well, okay, so that's close. So mix this together, and then we're gonna add in the eggs. So that was the coconut flour and the baking powder that I mixed in patties. It smells coconutty. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So there are 4 eggs. I'm gonna show. This is supposed to make 12 cupcakes, so they're probably going to be smaller, I'm guessing. a regular cake, you want to do it for like 2 minutes. But this one just says stir well, so hopefully that was good enough. And then I usually use this when I'm doing cupcakes, but I think it's going to be too big based on what batter I have. So I'm going to use my medium one, and then we can add more if we need to. Cake liners are being really weird. So, yeah, okay, it might have been okay to do the big one. And Kenyon's over there practicing his Spanish. I'll just do him a little simpler like that.
It's like ice cream.
Actually, maybe I'm making them too big. Because, okay. Yeah, it does look like ice cream, huh? I'll just take a little smidge out. That one's probably fine. I'll go back and fill them in after I've done it if I have extra batter. How about that?
Pause.
It's really a wet batter, which is fine, but it's interesting. It's not like normal cake batter, which I didn't expect it to be, but I've never made keto cupcakes before, so I don't know what to expect actually. I'm glad we're practicing these now, because I'm going to make these for my church women's activity next week. I love it. Spanish. Okay, so I guess I can actually kind of fill them to the top, because there's quite a bit of batter still. And it's supposed to yield 12, unless I read that wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's 12. Yeah, because it said line 12, right?
Yeah.
Boy, this is messy. I'm just gonna say this is really messy. I should have done the big one first, then I wouldn't have had such a mess, but it's still just kind of messy.
Live and learn.
Live and learn. Yep. My hands are clean in case you're concerned. I'm taking these to my friend to try that does keto. And she watches my videos too, so I promise I wash my hands, Kylie. She should do a blog. She is like the coolest person ever. Super artistic and creative. Not a blog. I always call it a blog. That's old school. A channel or a vlog. Anyway, she would do great. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start using the. Gosh, it feels really weird. Like, I don't know. Mushy. It's mushy. Huh? Look, see, there's still quite a bit of batter, so I totally underestimated how much to put in. These might rise up really high over the top. So I hope these taste good. They're supposed to cool completely for like 2 hours before you frost them. I even thought about sticking them in the freezer. My sister makes cakes and sells them, and they're amazing. Like wedding cakes and birthday cakes and all kinds of cakes. And she talks about the best way to make it. Like, I don't know, there's something about the flavor and the texture that is happens when you freeze them. It turns out good. Hope I'm not giving away her secrets. But she decorates cakes like Ace of Cakes type of cakes. Amazing. She's amazing. Oh my goodness, this is like Play-Doh or something. I don't know. Well, some of them are going to be a little bigger than others. I'm just going to let it be this way. So they cook for like 35 minutes. And we're just going to call that good. And I'm not going to scrape every bit off. Ezra, can you do this for me? Because my hands are really gross. Can you come stick them in the oven for me, please? Actually, I'm going to tap them down a little bit. See if that'll, oops. That's just moving them. That was stupid. Okay, well, we'll just leave it alone and not try and do anything to it. Yeah, that one's bad. But like, I'm afraid if I try moving them too much, so. Okay, so we'll stick them in the oven and show you when they are done.
Hey, Ezra.
So this is the recipe. I'll just kind of go down it really slowly, but I will put a link to it. But this is the macros, I guess. She's got the total carbs and the net carbs in there. So I get, let's see, where's the net carbs? So I guess per serving net carbs is like 2. I'm not sure if this is not counting the frosting. So I bet the frosting is probably another 2 net carbs. But anyway, there you go. While I am waiting for the cupcakes to finish, I'm going to use up the rest of this coconut cream to make coconut fat bombs. They're the ones I actually like, and I don't have any of them. So this is the coconut oil I use. It's just from Costco. And I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to do a few big scoops. I don't eat these very often. In fact, I can't remember the last time I had a fat bomb. But they do help if you're on the high-fat version of keto. They help keep you going. So I'm going to get all the rest of this in here. And I'm going to microwave it for probably, I probably should have microwaved it before I put the cream in. Oh well. You want to microwave it, the coconut oil, so that it can melt, but that's fine, we'll do it anyway.
It's starting.
Is it on? Okay. I want to stay safe. So I microwaved it for 60 seconds. It's mostly good. Some of the coconut oil is still chunky. That'll probably mush down good. Just from doing this, I don't want to cook it too long because of the coconut cream. I think you're at an angle. Yeah, I think you need, there we go. Yeah, so that's pretty smooth. That was pretty good. And then I'm just going to add in this unsweetened shredded coconut from Bob's Red Mill. I keep this in the freezer too. I keep a lot of stuff that I don't use on a regular basis in the freezer just so it lasts longer. So I'm just going to pour, I don't know, what was that, maybe like 1/4 of a cup or so in there.
Maybe a little less.
Or less. Yeah, wasn't much. You don't need much. No, maybe do a tiny bit more. Maybe it was just maybe that was just a couple of tablespoons. I don't know. And just mix it around. It's totally mixed in now. And I'm going to pour it into these ice cube trays and freeze it. Kenyon's helping Claire do it. Actually, this might take 1.5 years. I'm going to get a different spoon. Alright, here we go. So I don't know if I'll need a whole, or 2 whole trays. We'll just see. But it's really easy. You just fill this up all the way, stick it in the freezer for like, I don't know, a couple hours, and then you can pop them out and put them in a Ziploc bag and put them back in the freezer. And then you have fat bombs on hand anytime you want one. Yeah, this would probably, I'll probably try and fit this into just one thing. It's going to be easy. Yep, it's going to be perfect, actually. This one's a little on the smaller side. So is that one. That one's still tiny. Anyway. So pretty easy if you do the fat bomb thing. Claire. Put it on me. I don't even know what you're doing. If you do fat bombs, then that's my favorite fat bomb. And I don't put sugar in mine because I just don't like it. So that's it. So you can stop it. They are so pretty. A little sinky in the middle, but they smell really good. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna let them sit there for a little bit. And it's my first meal of the day. I went back to the old faithful of 2 eggs, cheese, bacon, and a cup of Greek yogurt with raspberry lemonade. So that's what I'm having.
Yeah.
So these smell so amazing. I wish you could smell them. If you like coconut, you'll like these. Oh, well, I don't know. Actually, I haven't even tried it yet, but I'm going to try it now. See what it tastes like. It's still warm. They're supposed to cool before you put frosting, and hopefully they aren't supposed to cool before you eat them. But my kids are making fun of me. They always make fun of me. They're so mean. Wait. That tastes really good. Yeah. I think I would even add the unsweetened coconut to it next time. Okay, so they're not like a real cupcake, but they taste better than I thought they did. Excuse me. I have to stop that. So the texture is kind of like
There's something right here.
the texture is like a cornbread muffin almost, actually. So that's kind of interesting and kind of weird. Maybe that's why they have to be cold. They taste good. I wonder how much different the texture is going to be after it's refrigerated. But yeah, they definitely have kind of like a cornbready type texture. But tasty. Let's clean up. What you playing, hen? Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
It's like they're having a youth celebration.
Cool.
That's why I was thinking for the dinosaurs.
I loved it when you were singing. That's why I was trying to secretly video you. Did you know I was videoing? Yeah. Give me a smile with your handsome face and glasses. Alright guys, let's get here's the first bedroom. The little boy's bedroom. Henry and Oscar's room. We've been avoiding this for quite a long time because as you can see, it is Yikesville. Okay, so this is the before. Thanks, Esther. Will you take that one to the trash too? And Esther already took some stuff out there, so it looks like we're not making progress, but we've already filled up a trash bag. And we also got Henry to get rid of a bunch of his cardboard that he saved to make things with, so that's a really big deal. Just set it somewhere in your room. Ezra's gonna bring his mattress in here. Yeah, thank you, Claire. His glasses. Hooray. These are his new glasses. Finally found them. It's amazing what treasures you can find in a disaster.
the bed.
Okay, so here is the after. Had to move Ezra's dressers in here. Got the, well, Oscar still needs to make his bed, but got the beds all done. This, got the big dresser, the little boy's big dresser in here. And the floor is clean. Yay! That was a lot of hard work.
I'm going to make my bed, don't worry.
This is the before of the big boys' room. We just got this big dresser that we got at the thrift store like a week or two ago in here. And then we're just going to move some stuff around and take down the bunk bed. Put a twin bed in there. Anyway, gotta get ready for Rylan to come home. And we'll have to paint later this week or next week. Won't we, Claire?
Yeah.
Okay, you get your bed made yet? Good job. So this is my dinner, fajitas, just chicken and red bell pepper and onion. And then I put a little of the Tony Shisheri, I don't know how you say that name, Creole seasoning. And I'm going to add some cheese to it. Just to make it amazing. And then I'm going to put some sour cream on top. And that's going to be my last meal of the day. And I assume that will carry me. And if it doesn't, I'll let you know in the morning. It's been a good day. But we have gotten so much done today. As I guess I never showed you an after in my big boys' room. I'll have to go up there real quick and see if it actually looks better. But I think that's still going to be a work in progress. So I may not show you until later on. But, ooh, we got a lot done. Here's my dinner with a generous scoop of sour cream. I'm going to really enjoy this. I've been working hard all day. I haven't had a chance to exercise. I was planning on running today, but that didn't happen, and I didn't walk with my friends because they both had things that they had to do today, so it didn't happen. But I also was able to fold lots of laundry, like 3 basketfuls so far. We still have a couple baskets to go, but feeling accomplished today, feeling good. And I'm super, super pleased with my weight loss from the last 2 weeks, so a good day. Hope you had a great day too. My food's a little bit salty, so I'm gonna go ahead and have another one of these. Well, I actually never had a whole one because I shared the other one that I tried with my kids, but the coconut ones. I put them in the freezer, so actually now they're kind of dry, so putting them in the freezer was probably not a good idea. I should have just kept them in the fridge, but I don't know. I'll have to figure out that recipe and make it taste better, but it's okay.